Iowa State assistant coach Danielle Robinson. Please use the raise hand button in the participant panel. And our first question will come from Travis Hines of the Ames Tribune. Go ahead, Travis.
Hey, D-Rob, how are you?
What's up, Travis?
Not much. Just curious how you feel like your role has been, as the guy that these players know best in terms of this transition, and how helpful it's been that you do have a long history with TJ too, that you can, really be that bridge between the current roster and, the new guys coming in.
Yeah, well, it's been good. I think it's been helpful for the players to have a familiar face around, and also, with Micah Byers being here, and he's here every day with them. But I think it's been helpful that way for those guys. For myself, I've known TJ for most of my coaching career, the last 17, 18 years. And we've been close, and he's been a good friend, whether we've worked together or we've been apart. He's always been an advocate of mine, and we've bounced things off of each other over the years. So him being in the building is, it's great. But I love how he's grown as a leader, and all his vision for the program has been great. And his interaction with the guys so far has been what I expected.
Thank you.
All right, our next question will be from Dave Sproul of KASI. Go ahead, Dave.
Hey, Coach. You mentioned, you've known TJ for quite a long time now. What it is about your coaching philosophies that seem to mesh so well?
Well, I think serving the student athletes. He's a relationship guy, and when we were younger assistants, he did a really good job of developing the student athletes on and off the court. Just the personal investment that he makes in the students, getting to know them outside of basketball, painting a picture for them and helping them understand, how to be productive and positive, and to have a growth mindset. Those are the things I'm looking forward to learning from TJ, as well as partnering with him to still carry on those same things.
All right, our next question will be from Randy Peterson of the Des Moines Register. Go ahead, Randy.
Morning, excuse me. Morning, D-Rob. What are you selling?
Randy.
What do you sell out on the recruiting trail? How do you pump up Iowa State?
Well, Iowa State's a great place. Like the fan base is unbelievable. It's second to none. The people here, once guys get here, the people make the play. We play in arguably the best league in the country. You look at the NCAA tournament, we had 70% of our teams represented in the NCAA tournament. And then I think just from there, those few things are the main things that you sell. And then what we've done with guys going to the next level over the past 10 years, we've been able to have guys develop and go on to the NBA. So those are the things that you sell.
Thanks, D-Rob.
Yep.
Our next question will be from Jared Stansberry of Cyclone Fanatic. Go ahead, Jared.
Hey, D-Rob.
Jared.
How's Xavier been doing through all of this transition, and then how's he been doing with his rehab as well? I'm guessing you would probably have the best idea since you've been around him the longest.
Yep. So X has been good. Family's been great, supportive. They love Iowa State. It's been they're 18, 19-year-old kids, so change like that. They have to adapt to it, but X has been great around the facility. He got the boot off, I think, about a week ago. So he's been just doing rehab. He's been out on the court. He can shoot right now, but not so much running on the court. So X is moving right along as expected.
what will it take to get George back to where he was in the trajectory he was on maybe after his freshman year, halfway through his sophomore year, and then kind of it's turned the wrong way, I guess, maybe during his junior year.
Yeah, for George, it's a lot is mental, right? You guys may not have seen it production-wise on the court the last month of the season, but George was one of the guys that was the most diligent in coming in, getting extra work, and working on his game, and he's carried that over this spring. The energy in the facility right now. All the guys have been in here every single day, working out, working on their skill. And George, I think for him to continue to develop will be building those daily habits will help him, and getting him in great shape, I think, will also help George as well.
Our next question will be from Michael Swain of 24/7 Sports. Go ahead, Michael.
Hey, Coach. Wanted to get your opinion on the transfer portal. Seems like it's blown up, at least this offseason. But how do you go about navigating, finding the right players that fit not only what you guys want to do on the court, but also some of the off the court stuff as well?
Yeah, the transfer portal, that's, I've heard a bunch of different references of what the transfer portal is like. Some say it's like a dating service, right? Where you swipe right, swipe left. But names are coming in left and right. I think you do your research. There's a ton of film out there on kids, but so you can watch the film, but then you have to do your research. You have to call the previous school. You have to maybe go back to their high school coaches or their AAU coaches, and so it still comes back to relationships. There's a ton of names in there, and there's, kids leaving left and right. I think if you look at college basketball for Division I think in the transfer portal, there's probably, a fourth of the guys in the portal, of scholarship guys in the portal. It's crazy. So if you look at the large number of guys in there, there's only there's still just a small segment that can really help us at this level, and it depends on what your needs are, what holes you need to fill, and then I think it just goes back to the relationships.
Thank you.
All right, and that's all we have for you, Coach. Thanks for your time.
All right, thanks, guys.